If you needed a reminder that Special Agent Valentine is not one to be messed with, well, this clip pretty much sums it up.
I need every scrap of information you have on those murdered patients. My agents called about it, and I need them now.
I have an obligation to protect our patients' privacy.
You're not listening to me. I need those files now.
What you're asking for is illegal. I could have you arrested for this.
We got 6 hospitals in lockdown and a killer preying on your most vulnerable patients. And you have information that could end it. So you want to come at me for this? Go right ahead. But if you drag this out and leave those people at risk to cover your own, I will bury you.
Okay.
Good.
Can someone tell me something?
Get to work.
We told you he does not play around. Joining us this morning from the hit series FBI is a man who's large and in charge, both on screen and off. Please welcome actor, producer, writer, director, Jeremy Sisto.
Thank you. Do you have a bell? Is that a bell?
Yeah, I got a bell for you. I've never used this bell before. I said Jeremy Sisto's coming in. Let's get a bell.
I'm honored.
Okay, so let me just talk about that scene that we just saw, because I know it's called acting, but it's intense scenes like that that makes me wonder, are you sure this dude is not a real-life special agent? I feel like you could totally solve crimes at this point.
Oh, I would be awful. I believe anyone. I'm very gullible. I don't suspect anything. No, I would not. Unfortunately, I would not be a good agent. But combined with our writing staff, I can pull it off.
Exactly, because you do. Because sometimes when we watch you guys, we're like, oh my God, these people are actually making citizens arrest. Do something. I want to be like in law enforcement after watching you guys. But then sometimes I watch some criminals that are really good, and I was like, I want to be a criminal. But that's a whole other story. All right, so
that's true.
We don't want to give stuff away for those who usually wait to stream to catch up. But we're getting to see a whole other side of your character, from the situation with his son to the lady in his life. What can you tell us about what's going on with him in season 4?
Yeah, it's the show is about these agents and the toll the job takes on their life. And he's a very complex character. The writers have kind of gone deep with him. He's, an addict or an alcoholic, recovering alcoholic. And he's just starting to get back into the dating life, which is a very, it's a very vulnerable time for somebody in that situation. And then add that his son has been diagnosed with cancer. He's got a lot going on. And so I think it's an interesting take on showing how somebody going through some real life traumas, tragedies, handles a job such as this that is so all-consuming. And Jubal is an inspiring character. What he's able to accomplish through all of it, I think, is inspiring, and hopefully it will help the next generation of FBI agents, help kids want to aspire to play that role in real life.
Or adults who want to leave their jobs and go become FBI agents because they saw Jubal laying down the law. All right.
Are you thinking of?
You guys make it seem so cool. I want to do it. I'm a wuss. We don't know how that's going to work out.
I can see you do that. I can see you got that look in your eye.
For real?
I can
oh
see
my
you
God!
in
If you say
interrogation.
so, I'll let you know after I fail my exam. Especially,
you'd use that smile as a weapon.
Especially the basic training part or the physical part. I'm going to be bad at it. But the show, right, is pretty much has no boundaries at this point, because it's covering crime on TV 3 ways. Because you guys kicked up the season with a 3-show crossover.
Epic. It was epic. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very fun to be, to be at the beginning of this kind of franchise. But yeah, those crossovers or those spinoffs are really helpful in telling the story one of the stories we're trying to tell, which is that the FBI has an amazing reach. They have amazing respect from so many different organizations, and so their ability to connect resources in stopping crime and preventing these awful situations is impressive. And so having these spin-offs, these different teams throughout the world solving these cases really serves us in that ability to tell that story.
All right, so this is a Dick Wolf production, and this is not your first time working on a Dick Wolf series. And I say this because Law & Order is returning. It used to be your old stomping ground, Detective Lupo. Will he be stumping around, stumping through?
There he is. I know. I've heard rumors that Anthony might be in the mix but I'm very happy on my job. But listen, Dick is. I'll do what Dick says.
Exactly.
Dick's my guy. I'm in his world, so I would love to throw Lupo's tie back on.
Aw. So I know the last time you were here, I was telling you that you had the Christmas tree behind you. Now you're here in New York. It's Halloween. Is your house Halloweened out? Are you guys
It's
trick-or-treating?
not. We were going to have a big party, but a big scary party. But then we realized somebody else in the community is having one, so we didn't want to step on any toes. But the costumes are a little less creative out here. Both my kids are, one's like a rollerblader, and the other's like a cowgirl, a yuppie or preppy cowgirl, which is
Oh.
basically just dressing like she usually dresses with the cowboy hat. A little less, creative and going all out as they did in Los Angeles.
Well, here's the thing. When you have the party next year, we're going to come by. We're going to crash it, whether you invite us or not. But it's always fun to talk with you, catch up with you, and you can see him as the Assistant Special Agent in Charge on FBI Tuesday nights on CBS. Thank you, Mr. Sisto.
Thank you for having me.